Hi, everybody. Welcome to My DVC Points Live. You can see Chad's not here yet. So we're just going to talk about when we're going home. So let me put that up. We'll start with you, Jake.
So I will be home in 2 weeks. Animal Kingdom Lodge, as some of you know, a value studio. I'm super excited. I was just able to tack on an extra night, so that's always good. I was able to change my flight for the same price. So I'll be there, I think, December 6th or 7th, one of the two. I have to look. And I'll be by myself. So if anybody's going to be there, shoot me an IM on Facebook in the group. And, we could take pictures, get a drink, hang out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Brad, what's your countdown look like?
And I had to bring it up while you were, because I knew you were going to ask. 90 days to Aulani.
90 days. Yay.
90 days.
And how,
They say third time's a charm. Well, let's see if the fourth time of trying to book this trip.
It's going to happen.
We're going to make this one. So.
And when is that, February? Is that February?
Yeah, we're going out. My wife and I were married on Valentine's.
Oh,
so
nice.
We're going to be out there for our anniversary.
Okay. Nice.
So I have a lot of dates because I added one here. So 23 days till we do our Grand Cal Villa staycation.
Hey.
So I'm excited for that. And then 212 days to Aulani. I booked it this morning.
Nice.
Got up at 4 a.m. and did that, 5 a.m. and did that. And then we booked a Walt Disney World for October, 318 days for that.
Yay.
And we have somebody coming in live. Hi, Alicia.
Hey everybody, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my goodness.
So we're doing our countdown share. So you're home. Tell us what you're doing.
So yeah, we jumped in, we found, let's just throw an extra 10 points away and jump over to Animal Kingdom Lodge for the night. So we're excited to pop on over. It's just a resort stay only. We're happy to be here. We've never stayed here before, so everything was brand new to us. So it was really fun.
Nice.
Oh, good. Yay. And I see you found a place to do the show, so that's great.
Yeah. My husband was like, no, not in the room. So I was like, where is the plugins? I'm like, it would have been perfect down on the patio because like the animals are out there. But this one is perfect. There's like nobody around, so there might be a random kid running around, but I think this will be okay.
I think you'll be great. Yeah, that's awesome. I think you can hang with us. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like your tie-dye.
Me too.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's pretty cool.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
I am now a mask collector. And the good thing is, Gina, do you have that picture of my husband's mask?
I do.
So they came out with some so cute Christmas ones. I should have put on a Christmas one. I didn't even think of that.
Nice.
No, the tie-dye's cool, though. The tie-dye is really cool.
She's got the best background out of all of us here.
Yeah, you do.
She's winning.
Well, my kids told me I can't buy any more masks until after Christmas, so I think I know what I'm getting.
Oh, good.
Some Christmas Disney masks. So we'll
That'd be
compare.
cute.
We'll compare after that, Alicia.
Yeah, they'll look good.
Yeah.
So we have some comments. Let's go through and look at these comments.
Woo! 8 days.
So
Nice.
8 days till Copper Creek. Nice, Patricia.
She can
That's
start packing
exciting
already.
That's great. And Holly, 20 days.
Nice.
Good. We've been anxiously waiting for them to have their next trip. So
Yeah. I'll be there too.
Anything at Copper Creek and Animal Kingdom. Those are our we just came from Copper Creek, a couple weeks ago, and now we're at Animal Kingdom. So fun.
And during Christmas time, that's like the epitome of staying at those resorts is in Christmas in all their glory. So
yeah. You'll have to post a lot of stuff for us, Holly. I think we'll love to see all the Christmas stuff, especially at Copper Creek, which we love.
Yeah.
And Amy, 35 days till Hilton Head. 35 days, 45 days to Beach Club. Wish I didn't have to go home in between, right? I know, it'd be so nice to have
keep it going.
A long vacation. Okay, and then Scott, too many to count, but looks like sometime in January 2022. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, just in time for marathon weekend.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then by then, hopefully we'll be back to semi-normal. So that's great.
Yeah.
And then we have Amanda, 18 days, not on points. That's okay. But I'm still excited. Happy anniversary. I hope the trip happens. I hope so too.
So Amanda, put back in there a message. We'd be interested in where you're staying. You're staying on cash.
Yeah. Where are you staying? Are you renting? Because I'm renting for the Grand Cal. I'm not staying on points either. I rented points for that.
I was wondering about that. Do you own points at Grand Californian?
No, I own in Florida.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because
Yeah.
I got to thinking about it later after we talked about it last week. I went, wait a minute.
Yeah, I
She's
own
been
it.
at Grand California. She doesn't have points there.
Nope, I don't.
But
I
Chad was
got
the only one of our group that had.
Yeah, no, I
points
own in
there.
Florida because I live here, so I figure why stay where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then we have Rebecca 4 days until Animal Kingdom with Willie. Oh, good. Yay. That's our.
Nice.
Oh, Patricia has another trip. So she has 8 days and then she has a 98 days. That's great.
Wow, nice.
That's great.
Looks
And
like
then-
lots of them are coming to Animal Kingdom. So,
Mhm.
you know, you have to be like
You know,
sitting.
I knew it was going to
really
happen.
thought.
I knew. Thanks a lot, you guys. I told you in all the conversations, stop bragging about how good Animal Kingdom is.
Because now everyone's coming.
Yeah, that's
And
why I
making it
bought
harder and
there.
harder for me to use my points. Knock it off.
I bought there so I can stay there in December every year. That's when I plan to use my Animal
Man,
Kingdom. That's why you own there, because you could get in at any time of the year. The only time you need to own there is October, November, December. So
Or
gotta
if you
say,
want value or
busier.
or value any time of the year, it doesn't matter.
what's that?
Yeah,
Lee?
this is definitely busier than Copper Creek was. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Interesting.
wow.
That's
But
very
it's
interesting.
also a holiday weekend. Like this is Thanksgiving week.
True.
Like if you're
Right.
booking a full week where I went like, you know, Halloween week, which wasn't that busy. So
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Christmassy and there's a lot of families. So I think I you know, I get it.
We
Yeah.
see all the Christmas decorations behind you, or some of them anyway.
Aren't they
Yeah.
cute?
That's a
And the
pretty
tree should
small,
be up.
pretty
So
small
pretty.
tree, though.
Yes. Yes. I'll
It
post
shrunk
pictures
this
of
year.
the tree. It's so pretty. Yeah, I'm not in the main lobby. I thought that
Yeah.
might be a little too echoey.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
You're fine.
Yeah, it looks nice. Is that over near the restaurant?
So I would say I'm above the restaurant, like walk through.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so she might be near Victoria Falls then.
Yeah.
It probably has a name. You'll
Yeah.
have to write in what it is, but there's like an overlook. So right behind me in those windows, you can sit outside on a
Yep.
rocking chair.
And see the animals.
Okay,
the
yeah,
animals.
yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
And then we've got Jimmy headed home December 13th. You guys are going to have such a great time during Christmas. I'm jealous.
You
Yeah,
can't beat it.
the best.
And then Grant, 265 to Alani. We're just going to miss you. We're 212. We're so close. Oh, well, at least you got that on the books. So that's great.
Is this your first time to Aulani?
Mine, no. I was there in 2017.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's the
I
best.
can't wait to get over there. May 2022 for
That's
me.
right. It's your first one. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be my
You're
first
gonna
time. I
love it.
can't wait.
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you been yet, Alicia?
No, we're gonna
Yeah.
go for Drew's graduation as the goal. But we're
It's
gonna
hard
let
because for
it
you
go.
guys, it's like a world
it's
travel
a
trek to
long-
get there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a long
We're
trip.
probably gonna have to lay over in Vegas, Disneyland, and then
Yes.
That's what I'm doing, Alicia. Because
Yes.
I'm from Miami. I'm from Miami, so I have quite the trek as well. So I'm stopping in LAX to do Disneyland and then heading over to Alani for 5
Yeah,
days.
absolutely.
Yeah, you have to. You have to have the layover in Disneyland for sure.
But
Yeah.
the
If I
thing
lived-
is, though, like I must say though, so the reason why we're here is Drew found airplane tickets because he's going out to California tomorrow to
Right.
join up with the
Mhm.
Bucket Bros out at Glamis, and it was cheaper and faster. It saved him 7 hours of travel time flying from Orlando than it was flying from Tampa or Sarasota or anywhere. So we're like, well,
Wow.
if we
Yeah.
can, save. Yeah, okay, so Drew's flying by himself out there. He was supposed to have a 12-and-a-half-hour layover by himself in Vegas. That ain't gonna
Oh
happen.
my gosh.
No.
No.
Wow.
So
It-
by flying from Orlando, he was able to get to California cheaper and faster flying
Oh,
from
wow.
Orlando. So like if maybe if you took a Disneyland or Disney World stay, and you could probably have you only had one layover instead of 2 layovers, so only 2 airplanes instead of 3 in order to get to where he was going.
Yeah.
Huh,
It's
that's
a win-win.
interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. And then we have Ron, 69 days to the Grand Cal, or I mean Grand
Mhm.
Floridian.
Grand
Sorry,
Floridian.
everything for me is
Floridian,
Cal.
yeah.
Sorry, everything for me is Cal. Oh, and there's Chad. He made it.
Hey guys.
Hi.
So, hey, well, sorry I'm missing everybody's trip reports or future countdowns.
Countdowns.
I
Countdown.
think I have around 48 days until I hit Hilton Head, and I'm really excited about that one. So getting ready to knock that off the list, and I'm done walking the Alani reservation.
Yay.
So I'm all set. I'm locked in. We ended up deciding to just go with the 2-bedroom, and so because it
It'll
just
be
seems we're just gonna splurge. because I didn't want to end up having to bank points, and I can pull it all off and not bank any points, but I'm not really comfortable using that many points. But it's just it's a king's ransom to go there for a week in a 2-bedroom. It's just,
if you're gonna go, right?
Yeah.
that's just it. So I ended up having to cancel a trip in February, but it's worth it.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, to
Definitely.
make sure my family has a 2-bedroom there. So, anyways, I've been fighting another issue, and I'm going to apologize now. I was supposed to be able to screen share my phone, and I spent a good half hour troubleshooting Wi-Fi and internet here. So
It is what it is.
And now it's just like QuickTime is not sharing the phone the way it used to. And so I guess maybe if one of you guys knows how to share your iPhone, we can do this for the app review. But, or we just cut that out from tonight's show. We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we about ready to kick this thing off?
Well, we still have a few more. Do you want to do a few more of the comments? Because we've been going through people's countdowns.
You go ahead and you keep up with that. So
okay. So Holly just said that she's going to share all of her Christmas photos with us when they go in a few days. Or in 20 days, they're going to be there.
Oh, good.
And then Amy has a question for you, Alicia. Are you at Kidani or Jumbo?
We're at Kidani. Or Kidani. The one with the pool is fantastic. Yes.
And then, Tony has 189 days until Boulder Ridge. Awesome.
Nice.
Oh, and I love this. They just closed on Alani because of this podcast. Thanks, Jimmy. That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Dude, I would seriously be busting on some Alani points because they are cheap. You have a long life on them. The dues are looking more and more reasonable there all the time.
Yeah.
And trust me, if I owned Alani points, I would not be paying a king's ransom for Ocean View 2-bedroom. Like, I get why all the owners take up all the really cheap rooms. So,
yep. It was, we booked ours today too. So, but we'll be there. It's exciting. It worked out.
Yes.
And then, Heather has 352 days until the Poly. Awesome.
Yay, Poly. I just closed there. What was it? Yesterday. We just started the process of signing everything. Super
congratulations.
Excited. Yeah. So Poly, great choice.
Awesome.
And then Grant says, you will love Alani. Amazing place. His home resort too. So great. We miss him by a few days. We miss him by like a month.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. So, and then Grant says, great choice, Chad. You'll love it. I was just talking with him yesterday because we recorded a podcast that's coming out Wednesday if we can get our editing together. For some odd reason, I stuttered and stumbled all through that thing, and that team did amazing. So,
good.
Lots of work for Dave Kluver if he's looking, if he's watching.
If he's watching, just be prepared, Dave.
Andy is saying here, Chad, it's easy to own Alani points. Yes, says the Alani crack dealer there, right?
Our points dealer.
And then Amanda was saying, I was surprised to hear her say it was busy, but Kidani makes sense. Yeah, that looks like it's the little out that little bar area, like the little porch area right off the lobby.
Yep. So I found somewhere I could plug in. It was pretty quiet. So I was like, I wish I could be out on a deck or something. But I couldn't find anything to plug in outside. There's not very many charging points out there.
And Andy denies the fact that
he's a point stealer.
Right? No, he's not.
We're just addicted to points.
You keep us supplied, Andy. You keep us supplied is all I'm saying. Okay. Anybody needs a fix, we know who to send them to. So you take it from there, buddy. Okay. Okay. I think we're all caught up.
Now we're ready. Now we're ready.
Now we're ready. Okay. So let me go full screen here and I'll drop everybody down. We'll go ahead and kick this off for the YouTube edit. So.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Welcome home, neighbors.
Hello, neighbors.
We're listening from
Arizona,
Florida,
Maryland, New York, New Jersey,
Indianapolis,
California,
Utah,
Michigan,
Iowa, Massachusetts,
Georgia, Canada,
Our home resort is
Animal Kingdom,
Polynesian,
Bay Lake Tower,
Old Key West,
Riviera,
Boardwalk,
Alani Resort,
Hilton Head, Boulder Ridge, Copper Creek,
Grand Floridian,
Saratoga Springs,
Beach Club,
and Wilderness Lodge.
and you're listening to
and you're listening
You're listening to my
Well, welcome home, neighbors, to episode 19 of the My DVC Points Community Hall Live podcast. My name is Chad, and I'm your host today. And I'm looking forward to a really great show coming in. And we are talking today about last week's episode, the majority food fight, and just why the top 6 quick service restaurants are everybody's favorites. And then if we can get some technology working, we're going to be doing an app review for Magic Guides from Yes, the Magic Guides app. I'm so used to saying the My DVC Points app, which is also a great app, but this one's not about our app. It's about the Magic Guides app. That's all kinds of restaurants, park hours, times. It's like a stripped down, lean and mean version of My Disney Experience. So let's go ahead and kick this show off. And I want to welcome back to the show our regular co-host, Alicia. How you doing today, Alicia?
I'm in a unique place today, Chad.
I see. We were talking pre-show. It looks like a little Kadani live streaming action.
We're going to try it, right? I was like literally in the hot tub in my bathing suit about 20 minutes ago, so sorry.
Well, we're glad you're sacrificing for the team here, leaving the hot tub to come create some awesome Disney magic content for everybody.
I just lost track of time. It was my bad.
But you know what? You probably have stronger internet at Disney than you do at home. Okay,
You know me well. Yeah.
That's true. So I'm looking forward to that part of it. And then let's welcome back to the show our co-host Brad. Hey, Brad, how you doing tonight?
Hey, everybody. Doing great. How about you, Chat?
I cannot complain. Got a little tech issues and bugs going on tonight, but we'll get them all out. It's a live show. It is what it is. So we'll just roll with it. So, and then let's welcome back our new co-host, Jake. How you doing tonight, Jake?
I'm doing well. Happy to be here and to see so many people going home within the next month. So that's always good news.
That is really good news to see members using their points and looking forward to vacations and coming home and all that kind of great stuff. So tonight's big topic is from last week's episode, we had about 6 restaurants that showed up in the quick service as the top 6. And we want to just talk about why everybody loves these quick service restaurants. We had Morimoto Asia street food, which I didn't understand how that one made the list. So maybe we got some splaining to do on that one, right? We also had over there Satu'li Canteen. We had Roaring Fork. And I'm going from memory here, guys, so help me out. Geyser Point, Flame Tree BBQ, and then the final one that made the list was D-Luxe Burger. I can see D-Luxe Burger making the list, okay? I can see all of them doing that. It's just that Morimoto street food one was, how did that beat Chicken Guy, okay? Yeah. Let's just make that the first conversation. Like, was that just like a weird seating in our competition for Morimoto Asia street food?
I think it's probably fun because it has different flavors. Like it's not the normal French fries and stuff. I mean, they have, some unique flair.
Yeah, I get it, but Chicken Guy has like all kinds of unique sauces. Like,
I'm a big Chicken Guy fan myself. Just I could see why people would vote for Morimoto Asia street food. The restaurant is really good. The quick service is really good. A lot of the same stuff that they serve in the restaurant is relayed over to the quick service at a little bit of a cheaper rate. So I could totally see that. But again, in Disney Springs, I'm either going to Polite Pig or Chicken Guy. So that's and none of them made the list. So we can't really talk about them.
So where is Morimoto Asia street food? Where is that one located?
So that's kind of like backed into the corner of the regular Morimoto Asia. I believe because I've only been there once to the street food. If you're going to the check-in area straight, it's on the left-hand side, kind of dug into that corner. And the way it's displayed is kind of like cafeteria style. I don't know how they're doing it now because of COVID. It's like displayed in front of you and they just pick it up with tongs and you kind of get to see the food before you purchase it.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a Chipotle or a Qdoba kind of scoop it
Yeah.
out of the line in front of you and
Yeah,
cater
that's
to
how it
that.
was pre-COVID. I mean, yeah, pre-COVID. I don't know if they're still doing that now in the world that we're living in now with the food being out there for so long, but I mean, it could be still doing it like that.
Got it. Mark on YouTube was saying I'm not to blame since I've been to neither. And I've been to Morimoto, Asia, just not the street food cart because there's always so many good opportunities there. And I'm like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go in and sit down. But Jeremy was saying here the Morimoto Asia SF ribs are the bomb. And I probably need to look up what SF would be because if it's
Street food.
Street food.
Oh, street food. Okay.
And they are. I agree with Jeremy. That is probably the best thing on the menu there. That and the noodles is pretty much what I go for when I'm at street food.
And finding like affordable noodles anywhere on Disney is, I mean, so if you can get them quick, that's awesome.
Yeah, the only other place I've been able to get really good noodles other than Morimoto has been Captain Cook's. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
With a little Poly-Asian flair that goes on there. Okay, then. And then, Amy was saying that, Polite Pig got no love last week. And I think that's because we quasi-cheated and we upgraded Polite Pig into the table service round.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did. It was not included. Because I remember saying that after the show. I was like, where was Polite Pig in all of this?
Yeah, so Polite Pig has got a fight with it. We thought it was good enough to stand with the table service restaurants. Technically, you order and prepay for it, but they still bring it out to you like it's table service. So I guess we could have made the same case for D-Luxe Burger because it seems like they're running that out too. But and then Patricia just
Not
says
today,
agreed. So
Yeah.
no, you went to D-Luxe Burger today, and
Well, I had no idea what D-Luxe Burger was, no idea where it was at, and here it's like winning all these awards, right? I'm the one that was the big loser last week because I didn't know where anything was at. I always go to what I like, right? So I was like, okay, I know where we're going. This is my homework for being here. So we all went and we ordered off of the menu, on our online, and we tried everything from chicken sandwiches to chicken nuggets to burgers to fancy burgers and the fries, and it was very, very good.
okay, well, you come with a whole crew, so you could come back in and kind of order the whole menu as well. So.
Yeah. When you're bringing a bunch of us, right? So yeah, and I didn't know where it was at. Like we go all the time, but it's just one of those that's just off the beaten path just enough. So we, if anybody doesn't know where it's at, it was right by like the like I'd say, how would you describe it? Like the welcome, I call it the place that you go with your DVC or no, your Visa card to go get more rewards. What is that? Welcome home, but it's not a welcome home place. Like what is it?
No, it's
Maybe
like
the
a
welcome
guest
center.
relations. Yeah, it's like a guest
there you go.
relations
It's right
for
next to
Disney
guest
Springs.
relations. Yes, and
Yeah,
there
it's
I've
kind of
been, but
in the heart, right? The
Yeah.
whole heart of there. I just kind of go to the middle of it and I find it. That's how I find D-Luxe Burger.
And what I did, they don't bring it out to you anymore. Like I could see where they have like the little, blinkers or whatever, the paging system. They don't have that anymore. So they, we ordered online. And what was really cool, like my husband and I were like, this is a great idea. They tell you, oh, it's ready at pickup window 1, 2, or 3. So they had separate pickup windows that they reconfigured it, I'd say, inside so that everything was in bags and everything was easy to just grab and go. And you can get free refills on your pop. So I didn't know that. Like with this whole COVID thing, you're like, oh, can I get refills? Can I not get refills? Yep. You just bring in your cup and then they're like, sure, here's another one. And you throw away that cup and they just give you a new one.
Yeah, I think everybody in Disney is doing that these days. The refillable mugs work the same way.
Yes. Yes.
So they just keep bringing you a new one. And
Yeah. So it's good. I liked it. The fries tasted like homemade fries that maybe were like, I don't know. They were almost as good as like making them at home. Like they were really good. The burger was fantastic. And the chicken sandwich, granted, I didn't ask, but I didn't have it on the menu to have a gluten-free burger bun. So I wish if D-Luxe is listening to get a gluten-free, burger bun, but they offered it with lettuce. So that was okay. But the burgers were good.
Okay. Well, anybody else out there got any love for D-Luxe Burger that we need to know about or we need to go try? We've heard good things about the fries. We've heard good things about at least the lettuce version of gluten-free for the lettuce wrap. And I think I had my traditional bacon cheeseburger when I was there, and I thought it was good, but it wasn't like Geyser Point good. Okay. So let's just go to the one that we know should have won the thing. Okay. Or at least from us Copper Creek owners' perspective, Geyser Point is just the bomb diggity all the way around because you've got you've got a quick service right there. You can sit down and order off of the little quick service, like to go window there. Reagan and I's favorite thing is to go there at least once per trip. And it doesn't matter where we're staying. Once per trip per night, we go over to Geyser Point and get the edamame and the chipped beef with barbecue sauce and cheese. Okay. I think it's technically brisket, but it is just our thing. It is really good. They have homemade chips there. The chips are just useful to scoop up the barbecue, if you ask me. But other than that, they're just more fried and fat. But so what do you guys love about Geyser Point?
So I don't necessarily, I love the food. I think the food is really, really good. But I think what sets Geyser Point apart from the other quick service locations or sort of a quick service location is the ambiance. There's nothing like sitting out there looking at the lagoon, hearing the horns of the boat, the breeze is coming in if you can time it right. It's just nothing is more Disney to me than Geyser Point in November with that nice weather coming in on at 5 o'clock. It's just the best for a DVC member, especially if you own at Copper Creek.
Oh, yeah. And Willie here, who also owns at Copper Creek, was saying the bison burger at Geyser Point is on point, but what makes it unbeatable is the ambiance. I think he's right there with you in Team Jake's analysis on that one.
And I'm not sure if you guys have seen it before, like if it's busy and you can't get a table to do the takeout, and there's tables spread out like all the way around the whole property. You could take it even around like to the, I would say the west side. And then, I've seen, where you could sit there and you can watch the boats go by. I mean, you could take it, you could take your food anywhere and it's gorgeous everywhere you go. So even if you want to spread out a little bit, if you can't get a table.
That's true. You've got all that pool dining area, right?
Yeah.
So you could hit either pool, the Boulder Ridge side, the Copper Creek side of
and you
the
can
feature
go
pool.
From the Magic Kingdom. So if you're having a Magic Kingdom day, you could hop on a boat and just come over for just lunch.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
And the big thing to me about Geyser Point is that it's got so many unique dishes. Like we said, the bison burger. Well, that's great. I mean, that's a unique thing. So wow, that's cool. They got one thing different, but they got lots of them. Got the lump crab sandwich. I don't know if you've had that, but I've had the grilled salmon BLT sandwich before. That's really, really good if you like salmon. It's got a grilled portobello salad. I mean, it's like lots of creative things, and that's what I really like about that. Is it's kind of fine dining while you're going to a quick service.
Yeah.
It is elevated. It is elevated quick
Elevated.
service dining. That
That's
is
a
for
good way
darn
to put
sure.
it. Yeah.
Right?
If you had to eat there every day. Poor me.
Try something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Amy saying the
All right.
best plant-based burger that she's had was at Geyser Point. And my friends tell me that I inhaled it without stopping to take a breath. So yeah, that is
We'll have to
something I
take your
haven't
word for that.
tried yet because I'm like not going to pass up that bison burger.
That's right.
That's why you don't share.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I might take a nibble of one if my sister-in-law went with me, who's a vegetarian. I would definitely do that based on your recommendation, Amy. Then Dan was saying that he loves Geyser Point food and drinks and just watch the water parade at night.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing place. It sounds like another vote for ambiance. And then Holly was saying, love Geyser Point. Ate there 3 times last trip. Once seated, wants to go to the room, and wants to go and ate by the lake. Ooh, I haven't thought of their fish and chips. I have heard good things about the crispy chicken sandwich, and we all know the bison burger rocks.
Well, and also I think it's neat that quick service is that if you have the cups, the mugs, you could bring your mugs and get a refill. It's right next to the restaurant. So you don't have to always, like most of the other restaurants, you have to purchase a drink also on top of it. So it can be a little more affordable for a family too.
Yeah, that is true, right? You can, in normal times when that restaurant is open there, then we can come back in and go refill your own mugs there. So that's a really good point.
Yeah. And I agree with Holly there that it's definitely a place where you can go to multiple times on a trip and not get bored. Usually at Disney, you always want to just do one and then go on to the next one since you're only there for a short amount of time. But if you're staying at Copper Creek, you just can make it an every night after the parks, kind of just go get a drink and maybe some apps and then go back to the room.
Yeah, it sounds like a beautiful plan. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think any of us would complain with that plan.
It sounds like my last couple trips there. So Scott was saying, I love just sitting at the bar and enjoying the nice ice cold drinks and enjoying the view of the lake. That is, yeah, right there. The ambiance, you got the bar, you got the good food. I don't understand why that didn't win, but let's go over to the place that did win so you all can tell me why Satu'li Canteen is supposedly superior than my beloved Geyser Point, okay?
I'm trying to figure out where it is. I was wrong last week on where it was. I thought a canteen meant it had cocktails. It's a canteen that doesn't even have cocktails, you're saying? I don't know that.
Satu'li, where you exit Flight of Passage and you come through the store, right? If you come out the doors of the store, look to your left. That's Satu'li Canteen right there.
Yeah,
it's right
next to Pongo Pongo.
Yep, right next to Pongo Pongo.
Yeah.
So,
Good
real,
tips.
Yep. So
Yeah.
real
I'm
easy to
walking
find.
out going, wow, that was so fun. And I must have blinders. I don't even know.
Well, I can tell you why that was my choice. You know, I like Geyser Point, but this is the one I was glad it won. This is the only one I won at. But it's my favorite dining experience in Animal Kingdom. And it's because it's much of what we just talked about. It's very unique. Each dish is kind of designed in a way to make it look like it's from Avatar. Like their little cheesecake
It's themed food. Yes, I'll give you that. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not just that it's really creative and amazing, cool pictures kind of themed food. It's actually very good tasting food too. You talked about noodles. There's stuff there, and they're like Asian style dishes with rice and noodles, and they're just very good. And I've yet to have a dish there that I didn't like. So the only thing that I'm a little bit hesitant on it is that compared to Geyser Point, it's a narrower menu. It doesn't have quite as many things.
You're either getting, as an adult, you're either getting one of those bowls or you're cheating and getting the cheeseburger steamed pods, the Bayo buns, right?
Yes. Yeah. And those are really good. Those Bayo buns are really good.
Those are surprisingly really good. Like that's what I order when I get there, and it's not on the menu usually, but you can order an adult version of it that includes 2 cheeseburger pods.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's
maybe it's the picky eater in me that just doesn't. I'm not crazy about this place. I've tried it from like a relative's plate, and I've tried it before. I've never actually ordered my own thing because nothing really speaks to me. Maybe I should try the cheeseburger pods and give it one more chance, and then maybe it'll change my mind. But right now, it's just not a win for me at all. But again, it could be just the picky eater in me, and I like places that have a lot of variety. So it might just be me.
It sounds interesting. Do the bowls, are they rice bowls or what do they have in them?
So here's kind of how it works. You select your protein, so you can get sliced grilled beef, chopped wood grilled chicken, and then I was talking about the ones where you build a bowl, and then you select your base. You can do rice and black beans, or you can do red and sweet potato hash, or you can do noodles. So you like the noodles, so you probably would go for the noodles because they're very good. They're Oriental style noodles, and then you select your sauce, and it's a charred green onion vinaigrette. That's my favorite. Black bean vinaigrette, creamy herb dressing, and then there's several other dishes where you can just order a set, chili, garlic shrimp, and that kind of a thing. But that's how you build your bowl. You build it depending upon which one you want. So you can do multiple types depending upon. If you don't like rice, try the noodles.
That's awesome. It sounds a lot like Pop Century. We used to go out of our way to eat there because they used to have like this build your own pasta bar, and you get to just customize it with whatever you want in it.
Yes,
and
it's similar to that. Just way more eclectic.
Yeah, I love
a little more exotic, right?
Yeah, more exotic. It's definitely.
Now I can say this: there's like a blueberry cheesecake dessert thing.
Yes,
that is extremely Instagrammable. I mean, it is just beauty every single time it pops out.
Mm-hmm.
I got it and I thought it was like, okay, it's creamy, it's sugary, it's bright colors. It still just didn't like taste wise light my wick. You know what I'm saying? I was just I wanted more. Okay. But I will say this, it is very, 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 very beautiful. And so really got to do that as well. So, okay then. Any other comments here? Well, Willie's saying that he loves Satu'li Canteens because it's one of the few places I can get black beans. The Cuban in me needs those.
He's speaking my language. I am of Cuban descent. I am 2 miles out of Hialeah, Florida, so I'm as Cuban as it gets. And I was really excited to see black beans finally at Disney World. I wish it just the timing with mixed in with other stuff that I really don't care about. It kind of just, we need a dead set Cuban place at Disney somewhere, maybe at Epcot. We need it.
Got it. Well, what about, now I haven't been there, but what about the Gloria Estefan place? Was that?
I have
Jaleo
actually.
Or
Cuban.
Haleo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Haleo.
Or Bongos.
No, it's got to be Bongos because Haleo's
Bongos.
the Hispanic guy.
Bongos is fake Cuban food. I'm sorry for anybody who likes that place. It's not as authentic as anything. I don't care for that. We used to have one about 30 minutes out in Hollywood here at the Hollywood and Hard Rock in Hollywood here in South Florida. And it's just not, it's so overpriced and it's nowhere near as good as something that you'll get down south.
I just want wherever it is, if you build it, I want it to have lots of dancing. Because when I think of that, I think of just lots of fun.
Got it. Well, there's always Pecos Bill for some black beans as well, because that's where I get my black bean fix at Magic Kingdom is Pecos Bills, and I love those there. Love those there. Yeah, Gina is saying Bongos is gone now.
Yeah.
And then Vicky was saying that the blueberry dessert at Satu'li is the best. Yeah, I know it does have its fan. And Stanley
I will tell you though. Oh, good. Go ahead.
The charred onion vinaigrette is the sauce to get.
Really good. Because maybe, Jake, if you remember which sauce you used and stuff, maybe you'd like it better if you tried a different sauce. I
tried it. It was dry. I didn't have any sauce. I shared it with somebody else in my family. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give it a second chance, get my own thing, and then I'll give you a second of review.
And I was gonna say, Chad, I personally love the cream cheese one because I'm a total cheesecake nut, and I get it. It's kind of narrow. But next time, try that chocolate cake.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is really good. Yeah,
I will. And then Brianna says the Satu'li noodle option reminds me of pad thai.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd have to know what sauce to get with that because pad thai seems like it has a peanut sauce, and nothing struck me as a peanut sauce there.
No, not there.
But I'll have to try that because I am a huge fan of pad thai. Like. Love my N1 noodles, right? It's okay. Gino, what's next on the agenda here? We've got Roaring
Fork. Favorite.
Now, despite the fact that the menu is severely cut back during COVID, okay, some of my favorite items there are missing. My daughter was really, 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 really bummed that the breakfast flatbread pizza was taken off the menu, and it'll come back. I'm hoping, but that chicken and waffles there is to die for with the cinnamon maple nut butter. Oh, that's just good stuff. Good stuff. What is it that you guys love about Roaring Fork?
Mine is, it's going to sound weird, but I love the customer service there. I always have like the sweetest people, and I mean the nicest, they're like, oh, sugar, I can get you more butter. Oh, I'll go get that for you. I'm like, they don't have to be that nice, and they are just always over the top there. They just seem to really be happy that we're there.
I personally love the desserts. I have a sweet tooth, so anywhere on property that has really good desserts, I'm a big fan of. And this place never fails, especially around the holidays when you got Halloween and Christmas. The desserts, it just beats any other quick service location on property. They have like a case on, I think it's on the left-hand side when you walk in, and it's just full of different specialty desserts. And again, like Alicia said, the cast members are just really, really friendly here. They're friendly everywhere, but here especially, they just go over the top to make some magic for you.
So that little case is kind of funny. So now when you walk in, you can't go in anymore. But so they took a little mini case and shoved it into the window. So when you walk by, you can still see all of the desserts. That's my daughter's favorite. She's like, what am I going to have tonight? You know,
Yeah.
so good.
Wasn't that the place that has the campfire cupcake?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. I think they had it there, and they had it over at Fort Wilderness as well, at both
That'll
places.
put you in a sugar coma. I'm telling you right now.
I have a sweet tooth. I do not mind having chocolate on chocolate on chocolate.
Woo!
Yeah, back to the
that thing was-
deluxe. They had a s'more smoothie, a s'more smoothie. Is that what they had? No, milkshake. Yeah, a s'more milkshake. And I was like, that sounded like sugar on sugar too, but sounded good. Yeah.
Okay, then. Anybody else got any comments here? I saw Rebecca said, I had the chicken and waffles there last year, and the maple butter was the only thing she didn't like. I'm like, Rebecca, you can pass that on to me.
Yeah. No. Pass it to me.
Right? No, I'll
doesn't
take
need
that
it.
from you, right? As a matter of fact, I am about ready to bank my 2021 Copper Creek points before the use year even begins, just so that I can go back and get me a cabin at Thanksgiving next year. So, Rebecca, I will meet you down there for breakfast because I know Willie likes to go there at Thanksgiving time as well. And you can just pass the maple butter on to me. Is that a deal? Is that a deal? Right?
All of the breakfasts are so good. I mean, like, and as gluten-free, dairy-free, they will make those waffles gluten-free, dairy-free, and they are fantastic. And like, I'm one who I love breakfast. So if you talk to them and you're like, okay, I really like your waffles, but I need bacon and scrambled eggs too. They're like, oh, sugar, honey, we'll put it all together. We'll just make something happen. And they do. They make like a big old mama's breakfast for me. It's so good.
All right. We've now got it done. Deal. Rebecca agrees to our terms. So
All right. We have it on record.
Man, I feel left out. I didn't have a trade asset as good as yours, Chad. So I'll have to steal somebody else's maple butter.
well, you know what? We got room in the cabins, Brad. Come on
There
with
you go.
us.
There
Right?
you go. I'll get
Come
my
on
own
with us,
maple
buddy.
butter.
Come on with us. So I'll even pick up your chicken and waffles and let you keep your own maple butter. I won't even pilfer that.
Look
Right?
at you.
I'm telling you, I'm a nice guy.
You are.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do our ad read here as well. So today's show is brought to you by our friends over at DVC Resale Market. They are the world's leader in DVC resales. If you are looking to buy or sell, contact our friends over there. I know our friend Andy Barry is tuning in, and we joke with him a little bit that he's our dealer here for our points add-on itis and addiction that we have. But the truth of the matter is they are a great team. I have bought 6 contracts through them. I'm in the process of selling 2 more. One of them should be finalizing the deal any day now. It is a smooth and easy transaction, and they have things worked out like clockwork. The largest, the best that's out there, dvcresalemarket.com. Let them know you heard about them here on the My DVC Points podcast. So let's come back into our show now. And Gina, what are we going to next? Flame Tree
Ooh,
Barbecue.
Flame Tree.
Ooh.
Jake, do you want to lead this one? Because I know.
I do. I was a big fan last week of Flame Tree BBQ. So nothing beats Flame Tree BBQ's fries with the nacho cheese or plastic cheese, barbecue sauce, and some pulled pork. That is just heaven in a bowl. And when you're at Animal Kingdom and just sitting out there in the ambiance, especially in November and December when the weather's kind of cool, it's not in the summer when it's kind of icky, and the breeze is coming in, you have the nice view of Expedition Everest. It's awesome. And not to mention, I love places that you can get multiple things on a plate. And this is one of those places where you can get like half chicken and then a half slab of ribs with 2 sides. Anywhere I can get barbecue beans is a plus. Barbecue beans and some French fries with some plastic cheese on it. That is a picture perfect Animal Kingdom day for me.
It's so funny. So Flame Tree BBQ is the reason why I don't know about any other restaurants in Animal Kingdom. That is like Drew is a ribs boy, Will's a ribs boy, and if they can go and get ribs, done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
you lost me here at barbecue in a bowl. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about this. Like, back up the bus here, because this one's kind of new. And I'm like, I'm a Kansas City Barbecue Society certified judge. So I thought their queue was okay for restaurant stuff. But I'm comparing it to the world's greatest. Okay. So tell me about this barbecue in a bowl.
So you're talking about the fries and the cheese and everything. When you mix it all together, I'm not saying the barbecue sauce is over the top. It's just when you mix it in with everything, it's just so good. And the pulled pork is really good. And like Alicia was saying, the ribs never fail here. I don't know what type of dry rub they use over there, but I'm really picky about my ribs. And they're really good. And the price is not bad at all, obviously, for being quick service. And you get a lot of food. So it'll hold you over a couple of hours.
Yeah, the portion is really good.
Yeah, you can probably split. I mean, I'm 6'3", so I'm not splitting anything. But I'm sure some people can split a big plate. Not me. I'm not the norm.
And what's fun is that there is a lot of private seating. There's like a lot of hidden seating all around. So you can kind of like make camp if you have to nurse babies or whatever, go find some space. And then the little, like the water is there. So I'm not sure if that's where the night parade, I don't know. I've never seen the night parade, but maybe it goes through there. Like what's the light?
Yes, there is all kinds of great seating there. I did not realize that because it was pouring rain the first time that I went there. Oh. So it was just me and 50 of my million closest friends huddled up underneath the Florida May downpour the first time that I went there. And I never went back to come back in and explore down there until like trip before last. Okay. And I think I left Gina and those guys and went and did a little exploration down in there. And it was really, really, really cool back in there. And there's a couple of pavilions that do overlook the water or the lake that Rivers of Light used to be on. And I could see myself camping out there to get a great seat for Rivers of Light one day, because that just seemed like the perfect place to do that, because then you're halfway out the park when that thing is over.
The only thing about that is I'm not sure that'd be a great spot for Rivers of Light if it does come back, because a lot of Rivers of Light, there's projections on the trees that are where you're at. It's really designed for you to watch it from the other side of the lake near Expedition Everest. So I mean, you'll still see floats, but you won't see any of the back projection stuff that's actually where you're at. It's over those trees. So.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize they projected on there. I've never seen that.
Yeah, they have elephants.
I've only seen it from the front.
Yeah. So
another downside that Flame Tree BBQ does get, not a lot of downsides, but in the summer, it can get really, really hot just because I don't know if it's because where it's positioned kind of lower than everything else. And there's not a lot of, I don't think they have any fans blowing in.
No, and there's a lot of foliage there. So it keeps that.
Right. And sometimes you get the sun coming right down on you. So I could see why in the summer, there's been times where I go at prime time, lunchtime, and there's not a wait because some people are probably going to Satu'li or places that have fans and, is a little more, accessible for that.
Yeah. Another little hint for those of you that if it ever comes back and you're Disney dining plan people, that's how I got hooked on this place, was when we kept doing the dining plan in the early days. For quick service, killer. You get that ribs and chicken combo, and you just got your money's worth.
Yeah.
So that's like
that'll run you like 18 now. They've I guess inflation kind of jacked up the prices a little bit, but really good. Like if you can get, back when the dining plan used to include a dessert with quick service, if you get that, a dessert and a drink, you're like at $23, $24, which is a great value for one credit. So that's how I got hooked on Flame Tree as well, was back when the dining plan was a thing, I used to do the dining plan a lot. So.
Yeah. And it'll be coming back, right?
Yeah, I think it will. I don't know about you. Of course, Jake, he just told us he basically eats his food and my food too. So
I love the dining plan. I actually save money with the dining plan. I know a lot of people
used to
lose money, but I think it'll be back. I'm going to say July. The travel agent in me says July, just because once now that we have Crystal Palace opening, you'll hear more of that on newscast. And Chef Mickey's and places that makes sense to use a table service credit at that price, they'll bring it back. It's just right now, nobody will win with the dining plan right now.
Just not enough restaurants. So
yeah, that's just your own personal take, right? It's
my personal take. I have no sources from anywhere. I'm just saying, as soon as things start to open up, I think it will come back because it works out for so many people. The dining plan, it's just great for some families. Really make the most of it.
Got it.
We used to, but as I've gotten older now, what you said is exactly us now. My wife and I split a dish. My girls split a dish, so it doesn't do us any good anymore because we don't eat a whole meal pretty much anywhere we go at Disney anymore. So
Yeah. Amy was saying, she goes, I know this doesn't excite you guys, but it does because we love getting multiple people's opinions.
yes,
And none of us are vegetarians here. So we really do appreciate your comments and your thoughts. But she says the
Absolutely.
plant-based sausage is yummy, and she's one of those weird vegetarians that likes the faux meat. And that's really cool that they've got really good stuff for vegetarians because
yeah,
like we all know people that live that vegetarian lifestyle. And the more we know, the more we can kind of direct them to, hey, try the sausage there. And hopefully it's not the same Morningstar stuff that you get at home, which I've heard from some establishments. And they're just serving Morningstar and there's nothing special to it. But it sounds like if that's your jam and you're saying it's really good there, that's really good to know. And I think we can all take some mental notes from that.
And it's nice if you can all eat at the same restaurant. Like, so if you have food needs and your family doesn't, it's hard when you all have to order something somewhere else. So it's nice if you can all order from the same space.
Yeah, that really is. That really does help out. Liz was saying she knows there was a lot of hungry birds when we were back there.
yeah.
And I think that just goes every place in
Near
Disney.
Flame Tree.
So,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then David points out that, here recently they said the season passes are coming back as well as hoppers. So
I did talk to people about that today because nobody's whining more than Alicia right now about the annual passes. I finally got my husband to say, yes, we could get them, and right, gone. I can't do it. So the people I've talked to, they all said that they expect with hoppers coming out, like the weekend, that we can move from resort to resort, that it should follow shortly after that. Nothing is confirmed out, but they said just hold tight, stop whining. It's going to come back at some point.
And just this last week, I booked a couple of clients for end of next year and was able to book them. Had a great conversation with a cast member that actually sounded like they knew what they were talking about. You can book the park hoppers, but you still are required to schedule your park. They're still planning on that.
Yeah.
And she said, the reality is we don't know yet how we're going to then move you to the next park, but there's some growing sentiment that they may basically say you go to one park to start the day and you can't park up to the next one till later in the day, a certain time, which, you know what, that would be a great way to help control some of the crowds, say like at Hollywood Studios. If you think about it, they still only let so many in there first thing in the morning. And then once it's full, but then you can always go back there later in the day as a park hopper. So, but we'll see. It's all conjecture at this point, but you can book park hoppers now. You can purchase them for next year. So,
And I'm going to throw in a plug for our newscast. We actually just went over this in very good detail. It should be out very soon about park hoppers and all the requirements and the steps that you have to take and our personal takes on what we think people should do in the future. Excellent. So that should be coming out super shortly.
Cool.
like by the time you guys wake up in the morning soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Because it's on my plate to upload.
One more sleep. Oh, it's one more sleep.
Yeah, one more sleep. And we really went into good detail about that.
Cool.
So I think it'll help a lot of people out.
In on that one.
Awesome. Yeah. And then we're going to have to invite Amy to do a vegetarian show. We're going to have to cast that. And I think that would be a fascinating, we like doing research shows here in the podcast so that we take a topic and just do a deep dive into it with people that are knowledgeable experts at that particular niche of Disney. Mm-hmm. And so she says, I've been eating vegetarian at Disney for 25 years. It's come leaps and bounds. I used to just take my own PB&J. And she says it is great to be able to eat with everybody else now. So that is some really good news. So we should recruit you and lead a show around your knowledge there, Amy. I'd love to be able to do that.
That would be so fun. Yeah. As a gluten-free, dairy-free, sometimes the dairy-free falls in line with the vegan and, because that's like dairy-free cheese, that kind of thing. So it would be great to hear, all of her tips of where she's found that she's loved.
Yes. Okay. And I think with that said, we covered Roaring Fork, Satu'li, Flame Tree, Geyser Point, Morimoto Asia, D-Luxe Burger, and we're at about 10 o'clock now, so I think we're going to hold off on the Magic Guides app And that'll work out much better. Maybe we'll do an app review show for our favorite apps coming up here soon in the Community Hall podcast. But that being said and done, you guys have any other final comments on quick service? Anything that got knocked out last week that you thought was unfair we didn't have a chance to cover? Because kind of doing this show because we really felt like we wanted to talk about everything last week a little bit more, and we just had so many choices to go through in that round that it didn't work. So
I would say Captain Cook's is a real fan favorite amongst DVC members from what I hear, and I personally love that place. I don't think it made it too far. I think it just went up against another tough competitor, like probably Satu'li, and it got knocked out in the early round. But that is a great restaurant, especially if you're in the Magic Kingdom and you did all the rides and you're kind of just hanging out and you can't park hop right now. Go around the monorail loop, kind of do a resort loop, and check out Captain Cook's. Really good stuff over there.
Yeah, I have to agree. Captain Cook's, and I'm a fan of the late night at Gasparilla Grills when it's 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
To me, there's times when my clock just is not synced up with the rest of the world, and I want to eat something late at night, and I'd rather go there than have to go off property. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a new one that is out there is we've been to what's the quick service at Riviera?
Primo
Primo.
Piatto.
Yeah.
So we've eaten there now twice for quick service, and it is excellent. Okay, I love the bag. I brought the bag home. Remember that?
Chad and I ate there last trip.
I loved it, and you could sit outside. I mean, it was beautiful, just gorgeous. So, and the food was really, really good too.
Yeah.
Nice.
I kind of rate Bar Riva a little higher than that, though.
Yeah, it made it pretty far in the competition. It made it through 2 or 3 rounds. I think it's another one. It just came up against one that was going to win, so it just didn't have a shot. But and that brings up a good point for folks out there that are wondering, and maybe you're new to Disney World trips. I still think Disneyland has better quick service. They're amazing.
Their food is just light years ahead.
There is plenty of good quick service at Disney World. It really is. It's not all chicken nuggets, and there's some creative stuff, and there are some great places. And if you're going on a budget and you can't afford to do table service, you can eat well. Just make sure you listen into these shows and figure out the right ones. And if all you see on the list is chicken nuggets and a hamburger, then maybe move on, find another menu. But,
Cosmic Rays, you heard it here first, right?
Yeah,
just keep walking.
Sunshine
keep
seasons.
walking.
Yeah. Well, actually,
that's what I said. You have the
season's
monorail loop. You have the monorail loop to your advantage when you're at Magic Kingdom, because other than Columbia Harbor House and maybe Pecosville, depending on what they got going on over there, you have other options. You have at least 3-4 other options on that loop, and it's probably just another 10-minute monorail ride or 5-minute walk, depending how fast you walk, to Bay Lake Tower or Contemporary.
Yeah,
and there's plenty of them in the hotels and stuff. So, and when we do the Magic Guide, guys, pay attention to that podcast. Make sure you make plans to hear that one, because that's a big part of that one. It shows you how to find menus about the places you want to dine, so you get educated decisions on where to eat.
Yeah,
there you go. Well, that's a great teaser for an upcoming episode, Brad.
Yeah.
So with that being said and done, it is time to wrap up this show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next Sunday night. And I also want to do a special shout out for Wednesday's Mouse Quiz. We are doing a special edition. I think we're moving the Friday night to Wednesday night for Mouse Quiz, because it is the #1 bar night in the world. So we are doing a Walt Disney World bar crawl, and I think a restaurant bar theme, a Disney Springs bar theme, and then an entire round of 10 questions on Trader Sam's, which is probably one of the top bars at Walt Disney World. So
I started
tune in.
doing research tonight for you, so I had a cocktail for you.
All right. So
that's the only reason you did it, right? Just for him.
taking another one for the team, Alicia.
What
I'm telling you,
a-
all right?
What a gal.
Anyways, that being said and done, guys, y'all have a good night, and we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.